Oops. So I'll try to, oops. Yeah, say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
So how have you been?
Uh,
Did you get everything fixed?
Well, everything keeps breaking, so as soon as I fix one thing, something else breaks. So
Um,
it's
well
just a
that's
cycle I'm in.
we all go through phases like that.
Yes.
And then it'll all be new
Yeah, well, yeah. There you go.
or fixed
Yeah.
um or add a spot.
At a spot, yes. Hey, LeRoi, what you doing?
He says, I don't know.
You don't know, so tell me a little bit about uh, how he's doing, what
Uh,
he's doing.
we've had some like good times and then we're taking like steps forward, steps back, which is learning.
Yeah.
Um, and so he and I think we were doing this a little um the last time he got a little remouthy on me. And so I've been trying to do a lot of confidence and like trying different feelings.
Okay.
I had one super cool. Well, I'd had two like amazing, amazing days. And then I gave him 2 days off. And then I came out the third day and I was like, well, or after the 2 days off, and I was like, we're just gonna like just try this. And I got on him and he was like, I have too much. So I tried to put him online and he got away from me twice. And I was like, you know what? And actually I was able to do this and I swear I didn't have any like super negative with it. And I just said, okay, and took him back to the barn and untacked him, then came out, and then he was wild, man. He just needed to move, I guess.
Okay.
Um, but it was super interesting because he told me, he's like, no, no, I'm not here. Um, so yeah, that's where we are.
Okay. And just knowing that it takes a long time for neural patterns to change and then the new ones become the default. So I would anticipate there's times where it seems like it goes backwards. So
Yeah,
um it's just a matter of time with like
look
what
at you.
happened in his past, you know, who knows what
You
triggers
you
him to
haven't.
go back to old behaviors. Have we talked much about giving him very specific jobs?
I remember like we've talked about this once. We probably could revisit. But like your job is to stay over there and do this, or I'm gonna walk, and your job is to walk next to me at this pace. Is that the job, or is it something else?
Yeah, we can do that, but in more of a general terms. Like I think he's lost. Like where are we going? I don't know why I'm doing these things I'm doing, and what, I think he needs to kind of have a redefinition of like an kind of an expectation of what are his job duties.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay.
and it's funny, I just did this with one of the cowboy guys I work with, and he's like, wow, totally different with all my horses all of a sudden. They know what's expected of them and what we're doing. Um,
Yeah,
so it's not just like a bunch of busy work little.
yeah. We're not just doing worksheets in the classroom.
Exactly, that there's a reason that or something you're working towards. So this will be kind of on you. I like to keep them fairly simple. So
Hmm.
the job description can change, of course, as you acquire new skills. Um, but it needs to match his skill set that he currently has, so he doesn't get
Yes.
nervous about it. Um, okay, and then in your mind, you've got a very clear expectation. Okay, so his job here is to stand like part of his. Oh, he just did it. I said his job duty is to stand quietly while you're next to each other.
And
Okay,
yeah,
and he immediately went on point. Okay, Whoops. Oh, he stepped on himself. That was
Oh,
not.
honey. It's okay.
He
Okay,
went to cock his foot
you
and
still
he
have your job.
stepped on his back leg.
Oh, it's
Okay,
hard.
so there has to be some really clear information for him. So he knows what
Mm-hmm.
behavior that he wants. Because I think what happens with him, if he doesn't have some clear direction of, okay, your job is to do this now, he kind of goes off in la la land and then starts doing his other stuff. Do you see how all of a sudden he has stopped doing what he was doing?
Mm-hmm. He said,
Okay.
okay, I can stand here.
Oh, that's what my job is. And I tell him, these jobs duties are really important. And again, this is something he's worked on, so it's within his capacity to do this. He
Mm-hmm.
understands it. Okay. Um, there you go. What you got? Something back there? Okay,
Oh,
I
that.
saw that. Okay. And your job is, um, and this came up with another client I had, and she kept going, we're not getting anywhere forward. And I just finally, decided to, like, when I walk and when I do stuff, that I'm not correcting him and I'm just letting him do what he wants to do. And I said, well, what does that mean? And in her mind, I was going to have a hard time, like him leading the pack, but then really it was just a way that she quit being such a micromanager.
Mm-hmm.
That in her mind, letting him do what he wanted means she didn't like tell him what to do every second and all this. And it's like, yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you to do all along.
She just had to hear it three ways.
Yeah.
We
And
all do that.
I think for him is we're gonna maybe his job duties is he's got this much leeway on his rope
Yay.
to do whatever he wants. And he stays within that lane. There you go, of the rope.
Yes.
Okay, so I just showed him the lane of the rope. Okay. And that's how much, you have a little wiggle room within there to kind of do your thing. Okay. And find your place and how you're going to do things. Okay. All right. So it's like we go from the manager that looks over your shoulder while you're doing every single job, which makes you nervous, right?
Mm-hmm.
To one that says, you know what, here's the thing you need to do, and you can get it done on your time.
Mm-hmm.
And here's your
Mm-hmm.
time frame, and you've got
Mm-hmm.
wiggle room within that time frame to do your thing. So um, just kind of throwing that out there for when you're doing things. So it's not just the job duty in the moment. It's a bigger when we're together, this is how we are. You
Mm-hmm.
stand here, I stand here. Look at him, it's like, whoa.
He really is like mind blown at
I
this.
know. It's like, okay. And
Oh, what a nice breath.
yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah, you can feel
go.
that all the way through. Do you have something back there?
And we already know that he has a past where he was micromanaged. So
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna sometimes do things to get you to go back there because that's
Mm-hmm.
familiar to him, you know. And when he feels a little lost, he's going to go back and try to do those other behaviors to see, well, now she'll tell me where to put my feet, or now she'll tell me what to do with my head, and you can just tell him you see it, I guess. Remind, oh, you got stuff right there. Oh, he's showing me his side right where he's been biting on it. Okay, I see that. Yeah, I see that too.
Let me give you a really clear picture.
Yes, I very much see that. I have no problem. I know you were trying to show me before, but I was not paying attention. Okay, I see it now. That's where you're holding some stress. Yeah, I see it. You can let that go. Yeah. Um, there we go. How does his
Boy.
breathing? There you go. I see it. You can let it go. Um, how has his breathing been, and what do you notice about it?
There are times that we both have to be reminded of like, are we breathing?
Okay.
Maybe a little stuck probably where he's showing you.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
All right. Have I ever showed you where? Like if you get your breathing good, it's full, it's slow, it's regular. And if you have a good breathing pattern, what I do sometimes is I'll look and I'll see, oh, his side, it looks like when he breathes in, it goes about midway up his like maybe uh just past the last rib there. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of evaluate where do I see the breath going to? It's not going all the way through, it's just going up to that point and kind of going back again. This is partly why he's like sticky too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when I see that, I might go in and I will place my hand just in front of that place I think is blocked. And I just lay my hand on his side and I look forward or I stand looking backwards, whichever way you want to do it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're going to
Over here.
do is place your hand there. I would say it's probably near, yeah, you nailed it, like right in that area. Okay, see how
Mm-hmm.
he's getting a little bit. Now you just breathe as in the way that you normally breathe with it slow, steady, and you're going to ask him to breathe to your hand. So when you place your hand on that spot, it should be like a dead spot, like you're not feeling really any movement, any breath going there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just going to be asking him, his job is to breathe to that spot. Can you breathe to that spot? He's got some missing pieces here too that he's looking for. And you just kind of close your eyes or keep them diverted off to some other place. And until you start to feel that breath moving up to your hand. And there's some movement and your hand is going in and out with his breath. And you tell him, good job. Good job breathing to that spot.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Yeah.
Am I at the spot?
Yeah, you
You
got
can
it.
do it. You can breathe there. Yeah, right? Oh,
And
would you like it up? I could move it up. Is that better?
there we go.
That was so funny. He just pushed my hand.
Oh, that's funny. And now he's doing a big, oh,
It was,
good job. Okay, so
thank you for telling me.
yeah, this is a big part of a problem that he has here is this
Oop.
stuck breathing. Okay. So good. When you finally find like he can breathe to that spot, you can do the usual thing if you feel like it's something stuck, you can let that go when you're ready and you just model the breath. Nice full breath. Can you breathe to that spot? That's your job. Good job. Breathe to that
Good
spot.
job, buddy.
Yeah. Good. Okay, and he's having some gas. Good. Oh, there we go. And then what we might do is just let him like just walk around a little bit and let him feel that. And you're still thinking about that breathing. Breathe to that spot even when you're walking. He took a big, big sigh right before you took off there. Good. And you're even just going to be thinking of as you walk, your job is to breathe. So that could be one of his job duties. When you walk, you can breathe.
Walk with me.
Okay?
You can walk. Come on. There you go. You
And
can
for
walk.
me, I would not micromanaging here. I'd walk off with it. I'd walk off and say, your job
Oh,
duty is
okay.
to follow me, not me, because he's trying to get you to do job duties that aren't really within your thing, because your job is not to motivate or to make
Hey,
the movement happen.
your job duty is not to eat me.
That's okay. And don't do a correction. You just go and block it. You're going to ignore it because he's trying to pull you back into micromanaging again. That's what that's about. Okay.
He says I'm an expert at that.
I know. And so you just keep going on your route. You make a picture, you go.
Do it.
So your
Mhm.
job duties are to make clear pictures and then do that thing you pictured. Okay, so you can tell him my job duty is I'll make a phone call to you first, I'll make a picture, and then I'm going to walk to that place. So you're becoming really clear about where you're going and not that you have to fix anything on him. because his job duties are to follow direction, follow the energy in the direction it's going. There we go.
If you need that.
Okay.
I
So you
know.
can see this is like him breathing. Your job is to breathe, to follow the energy in the direction it's going.
Okay. Your job is to breathe. Come on.
This is
He's
always the
just,
challenge of horses that have been trained in a different way in their past, and they become really, it's kind of a form of learned helplessness.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
They become a little bit lazy to, oops, hold on. I've got somebody coming to tow my truck, so hold on, let me see if that's it, if you don't mind.
That's fine. That's
Hello?
fine.
Good, good.
Your job is to follow.
Yes.
Hmm.
It has I can't tell if it's a battery and there's just not enough juice. It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like a fuel issue. It just kind of feels like it's not getting enough fuel to start. So yes, yeah.
Come
Oh, oh, good.
Wait.
Okay, great. And you can always call me or text when you're at the gate or something, and I'll just make sure I can meet you out there at the barn. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for calling. Okay, bye. Okay. Sorry for the interruption there.
Okay.
Just
Well,
one of my
happen.
other broken
But,
things.
you know, um, so here, like, do I just right now accept, like, okay, this is step A. This might be what we can do right now. Because ideally, I would become more us together and not him following like an elephant train.
Yeah. Um, let
But
him
we're
find his place, I think. It's just let him find that place. And you just keep in your mind a picture of where you would ideally like him
okay.
to end up. If he does end up there, you're going to praise the heck out of him. Like,
Okay.
some thanks for showing up over here. Um,
You can assure your bum.
yeah. Because I think part of the stickiness is he's waiting for direction. He needs so much like I was saying, it's almost learned helplessness. Oh, tell me where to go and make me do it.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Yes, and you
Agreed.
just stay nice and relaxed. And what you're doing is setting the parameters for your relationship together. When we're together,
Hmm.
we walk this way. This is where it is. And let him find that place without correction. He's got to find it on his own, and he's got to figure out his own. And his motivation to do it right is when he gets it, you praise
Oh, good
there,
breath.
there.
You breathe in that spot. Breathe in. Let's go.
Okay, and see how you even said, let's go. You're just going to go. Okay, just go and stay
Yes.
laser focused on what you're doing. So, he needs a leader that is very, very clear and doesn't waver. It doesn't get distracted by him trying to pull you back into the manager. Like, manage everything. Tell me how to spell that word. I forgot. It's his big boy time of going from drawing with crayons to being in first grade and having to do a few things.
So while I'm walking, do you know what he did? I needed to run to the store and the truck and trailer was hooked up. So he ran to the store with me and he was super like we loaded like a champ. I came out of the store and I didn't hear him stomping. There you go.
um,
We're walking.
and you
I'm
can just
walking.
tell him in I will give, my job as your manager is to give you clear direction. Like I'm gonna let you know which way I'm going, um,
A
and
picture.
where we're
Yes.
gonna be. And you're less focused on his job performance in the moment. You're letting him kind of figure out life. And because otherwise, if he draws you into this, you're always going to be pulling him around and feeling like it's just a big ball and chain at the end of the rope.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it's kind of his payback for all the stuff people did to him. It's like, yeah, yeah, I'll make it hard on you. It was part of the game.
Yes, better. Look at you walk with me.
There we go.
Look
Good.
at you walk.
And less like worried about perfection and allowing some kind of fudge room for him.
That was very nice.
Uh, and this, I want to tell you I mean, I know it's like this is a normal, very normal phase of when they come out of checkout that they're kind of lost. Okay, so there we go. And I know it's frustrating as heck. I feel your pain. And
We've
it's really funny. That was good.
yes.
There we go.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
There, that was
Oh,
perfection, my
that was so
friend.
good.
Good job. And let's give him a little mental break because we're asking him to think now instead of just being pulled around. Okay, and then told what he's doing wrong or what he needs to do. He's and it takes a lot of brain power to walk on your own. And um, does it make sense what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We're establishing the parameters of our relationship. And if you want to be the one that always manages or whatever, that's fine, but I doubt it because he's really heavy and it's like burdensome, I would think.
Did you? He looked at me like, let's do it that way. No, we're gonna do it new way.
and it's okay and it'll be more fun because and I think it's just he was so conditioned to be told every step
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
this is really 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 hard for him. And I think we have to acknowledge that he's been living in your basement, watching TVs and playing video games, and there's not much motivation to go to work. It's
Oh,
okay. It's okay. So,
I'm gonna go eat dirt now.
yeah, let me go find that piece. Well, there's a missing piece there, huh? There we go. Good
Mm.
job. You can put that piece in. That's a piece when you were a baby and you ran on your own. Do you remember that? And you got to move your feet and play. Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when you're running and playing? And your job is to find an energy that's just like light and like you're just walking in, I don't know, joy or mild joy. I don't know, something that's just not, oh, we got to go to work.
Heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And pick something there we go. What are you doing there, bud? You're thinking of stuff. There we go. This was a lot, wasn't it? Oh, good
Oh,
job.
good job.
This was a lot to think about. And believe it or not, this is taxing. This simplicity of this is not as simple for them as you think.
Hmm.
It's like mind blowing. Like at the beginning when we were talking, it's like his mind's gone boom. I what? Yeah. Okay. So your
I see
job
that.
is to
Thank
stay
you.
consistent with this way
Uh-huh.
and not let him draw you back into a whole bunch of busyness, right? Okay, that's your job. Okay. You're doing really good here. You see, he's kind of less um fidgety as we're talking about this. He's like, I feel like he's processing. I don't know if he left the building altogether or what. I don't. You got that, LeRoi? Yeah. I know whether he did or not if I ask a question and then I get an ear or a blink or something. Yeah, I see that. It's holding, it's still in that spot. You're going to need help
Uh-huh.
with the breathing. And so
That
that's
right
something you can
there.
do when you're grooming or anything is, once you feel like, well, now pretty consistently he's breathing up to that spot. Let me pick a new one just in front of, oh, he's telling you there. Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
good boy. Oh, so much stuff when, but it's worth it. If you stick with it, there's going to be a breakthrough. So, um, ideally we want to get him so that breath is coming up to the front part of his barrel, you know.
Like,
Yeah, filling up
I
that
would think
whole,
it would fill up all here.
yes, it fills up that whole
Yeah.
space. And right now he's still just really in the back. And that tells me, the energy starts to come from behind. It hits that block and then it goes backwards. So he can't really move himself forward until he
Mm.
gets this breathing coming through all the way with every step. And so you can kind of maybe have a day where when we're walking, you're breathing. Okay, that's your job is to breathe when you walk. Breathe when you walk, because I think he kind of holds his breath and then starts that backwards cycle. Um, is there something in there you need to let go of? Oh, oh. As I said that, and I yawn and let go of something. Okay. Does he usually do this eating rock thing or not? Is this
Yeah, this is alternative to I would love to put my mouth on you, but I'm not going to put my mouth on you and I'm going to eat rock.
okay?
Eat eat rock.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan. Okay, there you go. You can let it go and let all that stress go. Yes, you can. Yeah. Change is hard, I know. It's hard to change things that you knew were
Oh,
fine.
good
Yeah.
boy.
And I know I'm going to show him other horses that came through. They had that block and then and maybe it is like I'm showing in the picture of the horse that was really blocked and kept wanting the person to make his feet move for him. And then when she said, I just decided none of your stuff works, so I'm just going to walk without like correcting him or anything. I'm like, that's what I've been saying. But good you figured, it's just a different way of
Oh,
explaining
good
it.
boy.
Um, and I show him like that horse now just walks like pleasantly, tail, how the tail kind of goes in little S when they're nice and
Uh-huh.
relaxed.
Uh-huh.
And he walks with her like that. And it's like, okay, that was completely different. Um, so I'm going to show him like now that horse keeps his distance. He's not on her. He's walking nice and soft. And it's fun for both of them because, yeah, they can just kind of hang out together doing things. Yeah. Okay, making lots of pictures. He's listening to this one. There you go.
Good
Making
boy.
lots of pictures of how nice and soft and the walking can be and pleasant. And that horse blinks and he's dies a big strides that are slow when he walks. Yeah, big strides, moving his whole body, and he's breathing the whole time when he walks. There. Yes.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Good. Okay, so I'm just kind of modeling for him right now in a picture what it's like to walk and breathe. It must be like walking and chewing gum for people. You know, it's like, can I do both of those at the same time? So your job when you're walking him is to just think about your breath. Every breath as you're walking, I'm breathing. This is how we breathe when we walk. Look at how straight you are. This is very nice. I also kind of see giving you lots of things when I walk. I model that alignment in my body, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like straight up and expansion up and outwards. There, like, yeah, good. Like filling up my chest, feeling myself go forward into that step with, and you could do confidence, could be one, I don't know, with walking or, um, yeah. What do you want her to do? Confident? You're not breathing? Think it stopped? Okay. And you can do the, are you breathing? You can imagine your hand on that spot. You don't have to actually put it there if you want to do it from that distance. Are you breathing to here? Can you feel it? There you go. And I would say because he showed me that side and he's been chewing on it, that is his block area. At least on this, I can see it on this right side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so he was telling me what's preventing him from doing his job is this pesky block that he's got there. Okay, I can see it moving out. You can breathe to that spot. There
Good
you
boy.
go. Good. There you go. Doing really good. Yeah. Whew. You made me yawn.
He
Good.
said, see, we both had stuff to get rid of.
There we go. Look at that. That
Yeah,
feels
you know.
much better.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Okay. So, do you have any questions about
No,
the,
I actually think his little, I thought that was nice.
this will be
So I
good.
think, yes, thank you. Oh, you can say hi. Thank you.
There we go.
Um, no, I think that's good. That's actually like a perfect spot uh before I leave town because I feel that's a very balanced, mentally balanced spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. You got
Yeah.
it. And
Your job is to stand while I talk.
okay,
Your job is to stand.
there you go.
Thank you.
And you can just see how you've kind of brought your hand in. I would have it out, like I would anticipate his head's coming over and then have my hand out there to define my outer boundary space.
This is my space. Thank you.
And I probably wouldn't do the switching back and forth because that's really a lot of stuff. I would make it just like here's the wall and my hand goes up to like arm's distance. I'd probably keep him about arm distance. If you feel him coming into that spot, your arm's already up at the spot you think he's going to try to infiltrate into the boundary, and it already blocks him right there, and you're just completely neutral to it. It's just like the wall. You hit the wall. The wall has
Okay.
no motion. Wall is self-correcting because there's nothing, you can't get through the wall. There you
My
go.
wall.
There you
My
go.
space. My space. My space.
And see, I
Your
wouldn't probably
space.
even say MySpace or anything. I would just, it's all just like, see, because he gets a reaction from you then. Like there's an annoyance or something in there. It has to end up being completely neutral because this is part of his game. He wants to get a spike of energy off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that the wall stays right where it is. You engage your core, whatever, he can't get past it. He can't penetrate the wall. And there's the boundaries that he tries to get in can be the attic, the ceiling down around your head, the side door, the back door, the front
The
door,
foot.
the basement, the foot. Yeah, any of those places that they all have. He's going to try to come into any of those and see if there's a way in past the boundary. And you got to just be really neutral to it and just um, it's just a door. Like you lock the door. There we go. And it's right there. And it anticipates his, see how he got through the back door?
Mm-hmm.
You might just step back so he can't find the back door. There we go. And then you just redefine in your mind your personal space. So it's not like no, you're in here. And everything has to be kind of slow because he'll feed off a fast movement. So you anticipate he's coming in and your hand's already at that spot and he hits the wall. And you just breathe as he's hitting the wall. You just breathe. And you check because he's gonna right at the very end here. He's like, we need to work on this one too because I can get in the boundaries. There we go.
Thank you.
And okay. And see how like if you do a fast movement, there's a equal and greater reaction on his part where it's really like, "Ah!" When you do it slow and you anticipate
Mm-hmm.
his movement, he can't have that big reaction. He goes, oh shoot, I did that. I hit the wall. There's only so many times you're going to bang your head against the wall and not get through that you just go, well, and that doesn't work. This other, where he gets a reaction, is working for him on some level. He's getting
Mm-hmm.
attention, he's getting something. Okay. Is why he keeps trying it. There we go.
Uh,
Good job. Good
yes.
boy. That's exactly
Good.
what to do. So this is just
Yeah, we
another
know.
thing
We're
to,
both really trained at this.
yes, this is the hardest one.
You've trained me really well.
And it's so funny because for me, sometimes it's easier because I have no past thing with the horse. And I'm like, yeah, he'll try to go in the attic ceiling, um, front door, back door. He'll try all those. And I'm there just like nonchalant, like whatever. And he's like, oh, damn, she got boundaries. She locked the doors. The house is sealed up. I can't get in. Guess I better stand outside and
Good.
wait for her.
Good. Yes. Mm-mm.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I see. I see you inching.
Yeah.
But what if I stick my nose?
I know. It's so funny because I don't know if I told you the story, the little horse that I was teaching him the boundaries
Good.
and I actually drew a line in the sand where his feet couldn't come past that. I gave him a visual spot. Um,
Again,
and,
mine.
he got frustrated because he could never get past that. And so what he did was turn
Good.
around and back up and put his back feet on the line. And then he reached his back foot out, straight out behind him, like, I bet you I could get my back foot over them. And I go,
That's
ah.
excellent. That's excellent. That was so good.
Yeah. Um,
That,
I'm, if you
nay, nay.
need to do anything, you can make a noise that kind of gets their attention, like, ah, and then the wall goes up. So it kind of precedes the wall going up. It kind of learn like, oh, that noise means I'm not going to get through the wall.
Yes.
There you go.
What a good stay.
All
What
right.
a
So
woo.
we won't
That was
we won't belabor
okay.
it because it's like do those in little times where he starts to learn I could hold the boundaries for this long. Because part of
Oh,
him is his lack of attention. He's a little ADD. So you kind of work on it slowly where he gets a skill set of no, I just have to do it this long. Okay, I did it.
I can do it. I
Oh,
can
it's a little longer. Yeah, he's learning slowly. He's learning his patience, and if
Oh,
we're
we're thinking too. We have our flinking whip on.
it's so cute. He's adorable. He's doing so good though overall. I'm just
He totally is.
yeah.
Okay. Well, this is
Okay.
exactly what I
Okay.
needed, and when when I get back, I'll set up something else.
Perfect. All right.
Work. We'll get going again, and then give you a buzz.
Okay, sounds good. Have a good time away and holiday. So,
Thank you,
all right.
and
We
we'll
will
talk to you
talk to
later.
you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.